this video, we'll explore 7 lessons from the fall of Rome that can be applied to all empires. The American ruling class is incapable of maintaining the system they inherited from more competent predecessors, so the only thing left to do is to pitch decline as the intelligent and desirable narrative. You will see this decline pitched in multiple ways by the American government, but we also see it in tandem with a decline of empire. The 7 signs of cultural suicide from falling Rome, and the West has them all, are as follows. Women in blood sports. In falling Rome, topless female gladiators fought male dwarves in the Colosseum. Nero made senators' wives fight to the death. The lesson here is how a culture treats its women and most vulnerable shows its spiritual health. According to Fulton Sheen, to a great extent, the level of any civilization is the level of its womanhood. When a man loves a woman, he has to become worthy of her. The higher her virtue, the more noble her character, the more devoted she is to truth, justice, goodness, the more a man has to aspire to be worthy of her. The history of civilization could actually be written in terms on the level of its women. Next sign, decaying cities. In falling Rome, high-rise slums replaced great buildings. No monuments were built. As Kenneth Clark said, civilization requires confidence in the society in which one lives. Architecture reflects cultural confidence. As we see a decline in architectural styles in the United States from Art Deco to Brutalist, we are seeing the decline in American ingenuity and creativity. The third is falling fertility. In falling Rome, the poor lost the confidence to sire children. The rich saw children as a burden. Anal intercourse was popular birth control, and childlessness prevailed according to historian Tacitus. The lesson is a culture that doesn't think life is worth living won't create life and all of the things that go with life, including beauty and truth. The fourth sign is unmarried males. In falling Rome, men saw marriage as a burden, and this idea started with the elites and then trickled downwards. We know in various societies men lead the way, and so the way men are thinking can be very indicative of greater trends. Prostitution, homosexuality, and bisexuality were rife, and we see this in various Roman artifacts. How can the Commonwealth be preserved if we neither marry nor produce children? Augustus asked. The lesson is that marriage matters. The family may be regarded as the cradle of the republic, and it is in great measure within the circle of family life that the destiny of cities is determined. Whence it is that they who would tear cities away from Christian principles go to the root of things and plot to corrupt family life. According to Pope Leo the 13th, we see this in attacks on the American nuclear family today. The fifth sign is abortion. In falling Rome, many women died or became infertile from abortion attempts, physically or using various herbal poisons. Babies were thrown in the sewers or left in the streets for animals and dogs to eat. After you've rationalized killing your own children, depravity snowballs. Amid financial insecurity, terminations of babies increased to 215,000, with the most pronounced rise among women ages 30 to 34 in England and Wales a few years ago. The sixth sign is trashing tradition. In falling Rome, a below replacement fertility rate meant Rome depended on immigrants. However, the immigrants weren't required to follow the Roman traditions. Why? The elites themselves no longer upheld any sort of standard or tradition. The lesson is the rot starts at the top. The seventh sign is feminism. In falling Rome, motherhood was devalued. But as the historian Jerome Carpocino observed, by copying men too closely, the Roman woman succeeded more rapidly in emulating man's vices thin in acquiring his strength. The lesson here is that there is strength in both genders, and attempting to mix them can have disastrous consequences. So, the 7 signs of cultural suicide from ancient Rome are women in blood sports, decaying cities, falling fertility, unmarried males, abortion, trashing tradition, and feminism. Which sign is clearest today to you?